It's tough to come up against a feisty opponent and at their fortress. Indian men's cricket team takes on Australia at the Gabba in a must-win encounter. Must win because that's what it will take, a win, to keep their chances of making it to the World Test Championship final alive. And all eyes will be on two men in particular, Rohit Sharma, the skipper, and of course, a former captain himself, and their prolific batter, Virat Kohli. The series somehow feels like the one where Indian cricket is going through a bit of a transition, the handing over of the baton in some sense to the next generation. In Indian cricket, this has always been a rather difficult phase over the many decades that we've watched Indian cricket. The last time MS Dhoni played before signing off in tests was against Australia in Australia, where Virat Kohli was then asked to step up and into those big shoes. It's not easy, particularly for the seniors, to know when to ride out, and especially ride out in full blaze. That's necessary, isn't it? This is not an ode to the two veterans of Indian cricket, not just yet. They still have much fight and much cricket left in them. That's what they believe, and that's what fans want to see. But watching the best batters in that Indian lineup look out of sorts in the most important test series doesn't really bode well for India with this encounter coming up. It just opens doors to uncomfortable questions and conversations and scenarios. The internet, the media here, of course, also in Australia, fans everywhere, critics, commentators have all been talking of India's two stalwarts facing all the heat. Let's take Virat Kohli. He struck a silencing 100 at Perth, but that's been the only spark in this series from Kohli's bat. You got to give it to him though. None of the setbacks really dims his energy, the enthusiasm, or the love and passion that he has to come out and train and go over those rigors day in and out. Work and play hard. Signs of a true champion. So what did Virat Kohli do at the nets leading up to the Gabba test? The entire Indian team, especially the top six batters, spent hours batting in the nets, taking turns facing pace, spin and throwdowns. Kohli was his fit, fidgety, energetic best, hopping from one net to the next. There were moments, of course, that he looked like he was struggling, but he was out there sweating it out in that humid, hot Brisbane sun. He, in fact, engaged with the youngsters too, chatted up with them, and then gathered the team around him and spoke to them at length. Everyone was engrossed in what he had to say, including Rohit Sharma. Everyone was all ears, and it's this experience that will play a crucial part in that third test because he knows what it takes to come out from a difficult situation. He's done that many times in the past. So Virat seems to be in a good space too. He's having fun and he's having some downtime, the family, sightseeing and soaking in the cities without being mobbed. All of that somewhere eases the pressure too. These are positive things to see as they head into what is undoubtedly going to be a high-pressure situation. What about Rohit Sharma? This isn't the same flamboyant Rohit who set the World Cups on fire over the last 1 year and little over that. He's looked patchy here in Australia, and now there are talks of Rohit possibly getting back to open because he did practice against the new ball during the nets. Would that work for him and the team? Because while the bowling has breathed fire, it's the batting that has let India down. Something that the captain is, of course, concerned about too.
When you come to Australia, I feel the best chance of winning a test is by putting runs on the board. We were 30 to 40 runs short with the bat in the first innings. Then in the second innings as well, we thought the conditions were better. But again, we were not good enough with the bat.
India scripted a historic win at Gabba the last time they played here, and maybe that's the image that they need to remember and look to, get inspired by when they take the field tomorrow. Because Gabba has not been kind to visitors plenty occasions. It has a history. It's the fortress. This ground has swallowed every opposition that's come up. Josh Hazelwood will be back in the mix in the lineup to try and trouble the Indian batters. Australia head into this face-off, of course, having the upper hand. And it's not just because they have the momentum of that win coming up with them. They know what this win means to India. So they will want to do anything and everything to stop that.